Hi, this is MC and it's Healthy by George. Please subscribe, hit that like button, and ring the bell because I really would love to share with you every Sunday and Thursday our episodes that come out. And today we're talking about some non-drug treatments for chronic pain. Welcome to Healthy by George. I want you to know that this is for informational purposes only, and it should not be considered as medical advice, nor does it have anything related to my employer. So it's always best for you to check with your own medical provider before you do anything that I recommend or for any medical treatments. So please join me, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. So chronic pain is a real problem in our country and in possibly the world, because many people as we get older will suffer from what's called musculoskeletal pain. I know recently my mother has had a challenge of dealing with some musculoskeletal pain that she didn't really know where it was coming from. And it comes to find out that she's got some degeneration of the spine that has caused her spine to kind of twist and cause her to be in a weird circular or kind of like a over C. So, these things happen as we get older. Our joints wear out, our cartilage gets worn out, our muscles get weaker. And so the truth is we have to find ways more than just taking pain medicines, because pain medicines come with complications, as we've learned with the current opioid crisis, that it's not the treatment that fits everything that's out there that's chronic pain. And so what we have to find out are ways that we can use the biggest muscle in our body, which is our brain. Our brains are amazing when it comes to finding non-drug treatments that can help us with our chronic pain conditions, whether it's a musculoskeletal pain or if it's a neuropathic pain, or some other type of pain which is hard to define, which I think sometimes many people don't have answers to why they have chronic pain, even though they've gone to see doctors and they give them some idea of where the pain's originating from, but it's not clear. So often I try to talk to people about two areas of expertise that I have. One is called self-hypnosis, and the other is called meditation, or you can also use the practice of mindfulness-based stress reduction. So I love thinking about self-hypnosis myself, because this is where you can go and get a training from a therapist or someone who has a certification in hypnosis, and work with a psychologist. Many psychologists are trained to teach you how to hypnotize yourself. And truly what's happening is you are being taught how to give yourself a deep, relaxed feeling that allows you to deeply go into something that's a semi-unconscious or semi-conscious state, so that you can then give yourself the opportunity to say, I am feeling different about who I am physically. And there are many, many resources for self-hypnosis. You can work with your psychologist, or you can work with a hypnotherapist, although some hypnotherapists don't take insurance and they can be expensive. And also too, it takes about, I think, somewhere between 3 to 6 sessions for you to truly know how to give yourself a self-hypnosis experience. And I think that, you should explore this if you're someone who suffers with chronic pain. Because it's something that I do myself. You can get tapes downloaded through an app. You can listen to self-hypnosis experiences on YouTube. Anything that's going to help you understand how to get yourself into this deeper state of sort of a semi-unconscious state where you can introduce new thoughts and feelings about how you perceive your body, how you perceive this pain that you experience. Because what's amazing about our human bodies is that we can dissociate from what we're physically experiencing and suddenly find ourselves so engrossed in something else that you don't really physically are aware of where you are. Two things that come to mind. Let's say there's a book that you're reading and that you feel yourself so engrossed into what's happening in the book that you don't even hear what's going on around you. Or let's say you're watching a movie and you're so involved in what's going on in that movie that you don't really know, you lose a sense of time and space. This is a sort of what's called a flow state typically. And many people have had flow states where they feel this sense of such engagement that they don't want to stop what they're doing, that they want to keep in this place of engagement because it's so either relaxing or so enticing or it's so engaging that you just don't want to stop being present to that state. What's amazing is that you can develop through self-hypnosis the ability to take yourself to that flow state. It does take some practice, but it's what it offers in the process is so useful. It's so useful for so many things, but for chronic pain specifically, because pain is something that just is difficult to live with and to move and to function and keep doing all the things that we do unless we figure out a way to just embrace and accept that our bodies are going to have a certain amount of pain every day. The other thing I want to talk about is meditation or mindfulness-based stress reduction. So I think, I'm not quite sure when Jon Kabat-Zinn is the person who is sort of known as the creator of this mindfulness stress-based reduction. And what he has done is put together a program of a big variety of approaching how to be mindfully in the present moment, letting go of thoughts about the future or thoughts about the past. And you use this sense of being in your body, in the moment, using these types of breathing techniques, thinking techniques. Sometimes it's a walking presence, being present as you're walking, or sometimes it is a variety of types of approaches that you can use that help you to stay present in the moment, to be present to your body, to feel your butt against the chair, your feet on the floor, your hands in midair. All of those things can help us when we have chronic pain to just be mindfully present. And what I found so interesting about the mindfulness-based stress reduction is I was taught a very simple approach when I had a hip replacement back in 2017. And I was taught that if I just focused on that place that was hurting the worst, that I could just send my energy and thoughts to that place and surround it with kind, gentle, loving ideas, that it could help me embrace whatever that pain was. And what I discovered during that process, which really kind of floors me to this day, is that as I thought about the pain in that specific location, it went away. It just disappeared, which I thought was very curious. And so, that's what's made me so interested in the mindfulness-based practices, because I think that we don't give our brains and our abilities to think and be present and to use the natural ways of our body coping and being present to what our body feels and letting it go can do. Now, granted, I know that there are some pains that are so excruciating that I don't know if it's possible to use a mindfulness-based practice, but I know it's a good place to start. Maybe that coupled with other approaches, such as some medicines that would help you. I think that we can't rely on just one thing, but to know that you have things that you have control of as non-drug treatments is always so helpful. Now, meditation, meditation, I think it's a sad, sometimes people say they can't meditate because they have a monkey brain or they can't turn their brain off, that they feel like their brain just keeps chattering to them. And really, the truth is, meditation is not about silencing your brain. Meditation is really about just being present to your thoughts and allowing them just to be and to let them go and just be sitting in the moment, breathing, and just taking in your presence in the moment, breathing. Now, many people find that if they're going to do a meditative practice, that they like to do it to a tape or someone who is kind of bringing them into a meditative state. And so there are many, many, many meditative practices available. But I think the one that Tara Brach does, I'm trying to remember, she has a wonderful either a YouTube channel or an app, Tara Brach, and I'll put it in the comments below. She has an amazing approach to meditation and the process of allowing ourselves to be present to our breathing, presence to our thoughts, and just present to, our surroundings. And to me, there's so much power in learning how to meditate, how to use mindfulness-based practices, using these types of self-hypnosis techniques. All of these are things, again, using what we have available to us with our brain and our minds to use them so that we can help ourselves deal with chronic pain. Because often the treatments that we have available for chronic pain, they're not the best. They don't help us. And the ones that can potentially make us addictive is very, it's worrisome to be taking a medicine that could cause us to feel addicted to it. So please join me in the future. I hope to have more information about non-drug treatments that are for chronic pain. And in the future, what we're going to talk about is this issue of microplastics that are found in our blood. So I can't wait to talk to you again. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. So thank you so much for joining me at Healthy by George. I hope you found the information inspiring and that it encourages you on your wellness journey. Because remember, your body, your well-being are a most precious gift, and every tiny action taken daily can make a huge difference. I hope the information here is educational purposes and is not meant to replace your medical care. See your doctor and talk about what works for you. If you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Your support means the world to me, and it helps me continuing creating content that inspires and empowers you to live your best life. Goodbye for now, and join me again at the next Healthy by George.